Over the course of the next 5 weeks, on behalf of our dedicated City Council and City staff, I would like to present to you a series of short, weekly, COVID-related State of the City addresses. Foremost, the Santa Barbara City Council and I want to thank each of you for doing your part to adhere to public health directives. Your cooperation fuels a shared spirit and sense of duty to your neighbors. We find ourselves in a time of great uncertainty, both here and nationwide. Our local economy, heavily dependent on hospitality, is against the ropes. Here at home, optimism seems distant. We ask ourselves, how can we get back to what was once normal while we struggle to forecast a reliable future? The pandemic has yielded countless personal stories that have affected our community. Neighbors remain on edge as they guard their health. Credit lines, personal budgets, and life savings are stressed. A few have adamantly called out to disregard the state's orders. They say reopen all of Santa Barbara immediately. The city is not in a position to willfully disregard California's order. That's not who we are. And surely that does not align with our value system as Santa Barbarans. Education, public health, and public safety must rule the day. COVID-19 is not going away. The Council and I want you to know we are empathetic. We hear you and acknowledge the pain. We are all in this together, a bonded community that will continue to endure. We are a community battle-tested through a history of prior crises. Santa Barbarans persevere. Our collective purpose is unwavering. We will get through this. The City Council and I stand united and resolute in our mission to serve you as a conduit to accurate and timely news, as well as to focus and drive local policy to streamline our path back to certainty. With that, let us reset and prepare our city for the new normal. That means endorsing a science-based, phased approach to reopening in collaboration with county and state public health officials. In late April, the governor laid out a 4-phase strategy with benchmarks to lift California's safer at home order. Today, we hover at only the start of a modified Phase 2 reopening strategy, meaning most commerce is still closed. The City Council and I are working in unison with county officials to align our reopening strategy within the framework of the governor's guide. Local business, residents, and organizations are contributing to that dialogue through our city's COVID-19 Business Advisory Task Force. Right now, local restaurants are open for takeout. The Council and I encourage you to do your part and frequent local eateries for takeout. They need your business, and you can be sure that your purchase secures a job. I know not all of us can afford takeout every day. That's why I'd like to invite you to participate in the simple pleasure of Takeout Tuesday. Join me this Tuesday night and purchase your meal to go. On another positive note, the modified Phase 2 allows for lower risk curbside commerce. Each week, I'll be saluting one determined local business owner who's successfully navigating the phased reopening. Local resident Taylor Lambert owns the Closet Trading Company. It's located at 714 State Street. The designer resale boutique owner has photo cataloged each item that's for sale and placed it on her website. You can go to Santa Barbara Closet Trading Company's website to view the items for yourself. Place an order and pick up your purchase curbside. Great job to Taylor and her team, as well as the other local businesses setting up curbside commerce. Call your favorite local small business and ask if they are participating. We've yet to meet the additional benchmarks required by the governor's Phase 2 reopening plan. The latter part of Phase 2 means the potential to reopen more businesses, workplaces, and public spaces in a modified fashion. That could allow restaurants to once again seat customers in a way that adheres to public health requirements. The extra spacing that would be required means we need to think outside the box and potentially allow a business to operate in the public space in order to accommodate proper distribution of customers and the public. The Council and I are committed to do all we can to help commerce thrive. Unfortunately, there is a disconnect between the governor's vision for reaching the next benchmark and the unfortunate situation at the Lompoc prison. Presently, before we can go further, the governor requires 1 or fewer COVID cases per 10,000 residents in the past 14 days. Additionally, the mandate requires no COVID-related deaths in the last 2 weeks. Right now, the federal penitentiary in Lompoc, with about 900 positive COVID cases, negatively skews our local data, preventing us from leaning forward. The City Council and I are supportive of the Board of Supervisors' letter to the governor asking his office to reevaluate the benchmark and exclude Lompoc Prison from our local COVID count. We ask for this distinction, even as we ask for urgent attention to the health of inmates and staff at the prison facility. Preparation for the next phase also means maintaining a focus on a now available federal safety net to support the local economy. The Small Business Administration is still accepting payment protection loan applications from local business in the form of the Paycheck Protection Program. Nationally, there is still more than $100 billion available in the pot to infuse into the economy. Here's how it works. A local business can take out a 24-month loan at 1% interest. The terms of the loan carve out a path in which most of the loan can be forgiven. The caveat, 75% of the loan needs to address payroll and 25% can go to rent, mortgage, or utilities. Interested local businesses should reach out directly to local civic partner and SBA-endorsed lender Montecito Bank and Trust or any other business-related bank. Last week, the Council and I authorized an extension of protections for commercial and residential renters. We also directed the City Attorney to create a bilingual renter helpline for those in financial trouble because of the COVID-19 emergency. The Temporary Eviction Moratorium Ordinance, or TEMO, allows a tenant to delay paying all or part of their rent by sending a written notice to their property owner or agent within 20 days after the rent due date. You will still owe the obligation in full, but you'll be able to make payments over time. The aim of the hotline is to help underwater renters navigate their rights under the emergency ordinance. That hotline number, 805-564-5330. You can find out more bilingual information about TEMO on the city's website. Lastly, I need to speak with you about our city's budget and COVID-related shortfalls. No local government will escape COVID unscathed. Sales tax revenue is registering at an all-time low, and our city's hotel tax has been dramatically hit. Every city, large and small, is in the same boat. California is staring down a $54 billion projected budget deficit for the rest of this year and next fiscal budget. Our city faces a $12.3 million shortage this year and a projected $9.7 million shortfall next year. Over the course of the next month, we will enter our budget season. The City Council and I will engage in many budget hearings and workshops. We must navigate cuts to right-size our organization in the face of this new economic reality. In an effort to close the gap in the fiscal year, the city is deploying a four-pronged approach. First, we'll hold vacant more than 100 city positions. We will immediately defer capital expenditures, as well as slow down non-essential spending. Lastly, we are in the enviable position of being able to tap into available financial reserves. I'm grateful for the fiscal prudence of this council and prior administrations who have fully funded our rainy day fund. We will most likely draw on those savings this year and next. Fiscal year 2021, which starts this July 1st, means a first-round balancing strategy that is also four-pronged. First, we will make service reductions at the department level. Second, we will defer capital expenditures and available contracts. Third, we're all in this together, and we will meet with our labor partners to navigate possible concessions. And finally, we will continue to draw on our rainy day fund. There is no sugarcoating our future. This hurts. But with each passing day, we get closer to a time when we can tell a distant story of how we survived the COVID-19 pandemic. Santa Barbara, we are stronger together. Let's do our part the Santa Barbara way. Be empathetic and compassionate when engaging with others in our community. We will be better for it in the end. Please know, the City of Santa Barbara is dedicated to your health and well-being. Thank you.